Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 8 of FTB Infinity Evolved Skyblock mode, not expert mode. Imagine my disappointment when I went to check this chest and it's filled with rotten flesh. This is supposed to be the output chest of my monster jerky maker, but apparently in this version of Tinker's Construct, drying racks let you extract any item out of them. Wait. Yeah. That's just a visual bug. There's not actually an item there. So I guess I need to filter the extract. I'll switch that over to a transfer node. Kind of wish I did it earlier because this stuff takes, 5 minutes a pop to make, but oh well. There we go. With the filter set to only extract monster jerky, now the item should stay here long enough to... Wait a second. The dryness value keeps resetting. There's no new items flowing in. I'm going to leave this here to see if this is just a UI bug and come back in, 5-10 minutes. And if there's no new monster jerky, I'll be very sad that apparently drying racks just suck. Anyways, today I would like to get back to our goal of making the logistics request table and having a basic logistics pipe system. So we're going to need the soldering station for that. And, oh, no, I've already made a soldering station. What's the limitation here, then? These pipes? Oh, right, it was hardened glass. So, you guys have told me that I can actually make hardened glass in a... Not this hardened glass recipe, apparently. You can make it in the smeltery, I believe. Maybe not. By pouring lead over obsidian. But in any event, I think we now have the infrastructure to actually make the induction smelter anyways. So, the machine frame here is dense steel plates. We have the machine for that. We made our rock crusher yesterday. Gears and iron chipsets we've already gotten taken care of. So just very quickly, we need to make a carpenter. Let's make one of those, and then we're ready to start making thermal expansion machine frames. That unlocks a lot of different tech options. Lots of bronze. Good thing that bronze is very easy to make. I mean, all basic metals are pretty easy to make. All right, so there's the carpenter. Now, I believe these frames use, let's see, they need water in the carpenter. So let's set this up somewhere where I can give it an infinite water source of some sort. Actually, I have a better idea. For now, I'm just going to set it up right here and batch craft a little bit. I'll set it up later where when I have ender tanks, I'll make an ender tank that's all filled with water and an ender tank that's filled with lava, because those are fluids that are used quite often. The carpenter, like every other early machine in this pack, is glacially slow. There's no faster version of the carpenter, so craft what you need and craft a bunch of it. Alright, so with that, I think we have all the materials we need to make the basic machine frame. Let me grab 6 of these, and I should have my crushed obsidian in here. Plenty. Iron chipsets, tin gears, and dense plates. I really like these machine frame recipes. There's a lot of rhyme and reason to them. So they all take a dense iron plate, or a dense steel plate, dense refined iron plate, 2 pieces of crushed obsidian, a circuit board of some description, a gear of some description, and a chipset of some description. So as you go up the tiers, well, excluding the RF Tools one, they just use higher tier circuit boards and higher tier gears and chipsets, and more power. But, this type of progression through the tiers is very, makes it easy to feel like you're making progress. Anyways, with 2 lasers, we can realistically make basic frames in like a minute each. Any higher tier takes days or hours. So let's make more lasers, especially because we have power for more lasers. They were made from, I believe, mostly diamonds and redstone, which were pretty valuable resources when we made our first 2 lasers, but not so valuable resources anymore. So I'm pretty sure it was just something like this, right? And put some redstone in there, melt it. There we go. Combine that with a little bit of redstone and obsidian, and we got ourselves a whole bunch of lasers. 36 of them. I'm going to need a few more energy cables as well. Probably don't have any. But once we plug all these in, oh boy, will we craft quickly. When using these kinesis pipes, it's important that you don't allow loops to form in the pipe. If you do, that happens. The energy just keeps flowing in loops around it, and I think it's bad for performance. I don't actually know if you lose any energy that way, but as far as I know, it's something you're not supposed to do. So just use pipe plugs to prevent them from connecting to each other. Like this, they can run adjacent to each other without connecting and thus forming loops. And then you can just plug your lasers into it, and everything turns on. Whee, so many light beams. There we go. So now we have a nice laser show going here, and we are now shooting 600 plus RF a tick into it. That's much better than the 80 we were doing before. Now, why aren't we getting more than this? What are we bottlenecked by? Ah. This plug looks to be saturated. So are we outputting more than 2,000, or are we consuming more than 2,000 RF a tick? Can't be possible, right? Where would that energy be going? I think the issue had something to do with the direction that energy was flowing. So previously, right, I had this connection like here, and the things would sputter out. Once their internal buffers dry up, I think they will start sputtering out. And what's happening is here we have energy flowing from this side, this way and up, as well as from here, this way and up. But energy from here can also flow this way and past. So basically this segment here was having two-way energy flow, and I don't think Buildcraft pipes handle that very gracefully. So if you look at it, yeah, these things are slowly draining their internal buffers. By making it such that there at no point is there ever two-way energy flow, so I'll get rid of that. I can even put another laser there if I wanted. And then by putting this pipe here, now there's only ever one-way energy flow, right? These pipe segments only have energy going towards the lasers. And now we run at the full speed. So I'm going to put as many of these lasers as I can down. We might not be able to power all of it at once, but we should be able to get pretty close to 2,000 RF a tick out of our current energy production. Alright, all the lasers are placed, but they're not running anymore because our machine frames are done. Why don't we go ahead and start one machine frame, but the resident tier. These, again, instead of the first few I make, instead of using them just to make resident machines, I'm just going to use it to craft these ender tank frames, because those are used to make ender chests and ender tanks, and I guess just ender chests and ender tanks. But for one machine frame, you can get, I think it's 8, and you can get up to 8 ender chests / tanks, which is a pretty good deal. The enderium for it can easily be made in a smeltery, so ender pearls melt into resident ender. There's also sub-resident ender in here, just from the endermen that I have killed in here. Actually, do ender pearls not melt into resident ender? They don't seem to be melting. No, it appears they don't. Ender pearls are used in a lot of recipes. Alright, well, I guess I can't make quite as much enderium as I was hoping. But resident ender can still be put into your smeltery by just damaging endermen in it. So I guess all the more reason why it's good to make your smeltery into a mob farm. I'll just take all these ender pearls out now, because they're never going to melt. But anyways, once all our stuff melts, there we go. We have 20-some ingots of enderium, which I'll cast into ingots. While I'm here, let's take a look at this thing. Has any... No, it has not. So I guess it is legitimately resetting its dryness, this transfer node. I assume if I get rid of this transfer node, it dries correctly. Well, that's really annoying. I wonder if that's Tinker's Construct's fault or Extra Utility's fault. Either way, it means that automatically drying stuff into this monster jerky is going to be hard. Seems it's easy enough to test who's at fault here. I'm just using a filtered vanilla hopper here, and because vanilla hoppers tend to pull items faster, I think the drying rack is actually making no progress at all. So I guess if you try to extract the wrong, if you try to extract an item from the drying rack, it just resets the progress. Really annoying. I need to come up with better food then, because this is way too much pain to have to dry this by hand. A nice thing about the assembly table here is if you have materials for multiple recipes, it actually crafts them in, and you activate multiple recipes, it crafts them in round robin order. So right now it's crafting an emerald chipset. When it's done with that, it'll switch over to a machine frame. And turns out because machine frames need emerald chipsets, crafting them in a round robin 1-to-1 ratio is perfect. So we produce a laser 1520 RF a tick into it. The machine frame was 50 million. So what is 50 million divided by 1520? Let me do some math really quick here. In total, that comes out to about 33,000 ticks, which is about 27 minutes. So it'll take us 27 minutes to make a machine frame. That's honestly not that bad. This will probably be done by the time I'm done recording today's video. So we'll put it to use later. Right now, I'm not going to sit here on my hands for 27 minutes while it crafts. I'll figure out something else to do. But 27 minutes is quite good. What I'll probably do is let's set up some basic thermal expansion machines. Woohoo! I got another trophy. The Crescent Hammer trophy. I got it when making one of these machines, either the redstone furnace or the induction smelter. I also made a pulverizer, and we'll start with just three of these three machines, and I'm sure we'll add more as we go, though. We'll probably end up with the entire suite of thermal machines at some point. First off, I want to set up basic automated ore processing, at least more automated than putting it in a smeltery. So that's why I have a pulverizer and a redstone furnace. Ore goes into the pulverizer, then, I mean, you know how this works. These basic machines are pretty slow. They come with these augments by default, so let's see, allows for transfer out of a machine. I do need that one. Allows for redstone control. I do not need this one. And I do need this. By default, you need to use one of your augment slots to configure the sides of your machine. Thankfully, the machines come with these augments by default. Anyways, because I'm replacing some of them, I can use the auxiliary reception coil, whatever one. The one that makes it faster. This one. If I make some redstone chipsets, eh? Alright, time to see another cool feature about the laser table here. So right now it's busy crafting our machine frame, and it's about 1/3 of the way through it. If I just cancel it, it'll go craft other stuff. Of course, it sets me back to the beginning because all that energy that was stored, I just dumped it all into emerald chipsets and redstone chipsets. Mostly into emerald chipsets because these take like a tiny little bit of power. But yeah, excess energy that gets stored in the table, you can switch into other recipes. Alright, anyways, now that I have these redstone chipsets, I think I can make those reception coils. What am I missing? Got these. I need bronze ingots. Got plenty of that. Bronze, bronze, bronze. There we go. Aha! Exactly 2. That's exactly how many I needed. Of course, the downside of doing what I just did with the lasers is that now I have to, my 27 minutes of waiting have reset. Anyways, these make the machines run faster. Oh, they do require a hardened machine. Shh. Alright, we can fix that. So if I pick these machines up, gimme, we can upgrade them to a hardened one. No upgrade kits, once again, so you gotta do it by hand. What's wrong with this recipe? It probably just doesn't like to shift click in because of MBT data. Alright. So all the recipes are the same. It's, 4 Invar ingots and an Electrum gear to upgrade all the different machines. And then each of the other tiers, you can do it with Signalum and hardened glass. Whoopsies. And then lastly, Inderium gears and silver ingots. It's actually, for machines, generally speaking, it's easier and cheaper. Well, maybe not cheaper, but it's easier to upgrade basic machines to resident than it is to build a resident frame because of how long that takes. All right. You and you. All right. That also gives us another augment slot by the looks of things. But now, just in this version of thermal, upgrading machines by themselves do not actually make it run any faster. The hardened pulverizer runs as fast as the basic one. The only advantage is that you get to put augments into them in order to make them run faster. Also, there's different tiers of upgrades. So for the speed ones, there's the tier 1, level 1, level 2, and level 3. They don't stack, it uses the highest effect one, and you need all the lower level augments in it for the machine to work. I much prefer the current system of augments where these are all the same, and machine tier actually matters. Anyways, because I don't want to bother upgrading it too far for now, we're not going to put any more upgrades in. So let me see what... Oh, I wanted to use this induction smelter to make hardened glass. That's what I'm doing next. Now I've got a lot of stuff on me I want to pulverize. First of all, I'm going to pulverize some wheat because it's very fast. This just produces flour, and I believe is it 2 per? No, it's 1 per. However, I can take flour, cook this in a furnace. Normally you get 1 per, right? But there's this augment that when you cook food, it cooks 2 per. So I'll pull out the redstone upgrade, put this in here, and the limitation is that it can only cook food. But now it cooks each piece of dough into 2 pieces of bread, and then you can put the bread through again and cook each piece of bread into 2 pieces of toast. So 10 pieces of wheat become 40 pieces of toast, and now I think I no longer have to eat monster jerky. I think toast is also better food, slightly better than bread. Anyways, that is what that second redstone furnace is for. Now in here, I will queue up some obsidian and some lead. I need to pulverize both of these in order to make hardened glass. It's basically 4 obsidian and 1 lead. It makes 2. Finally, all our machines, it's time to make hardened glass. So, hardened glass was used to make these pipes, right? Yeah, looks like I also need some golden chipsets. I guess we're setting ourselves back a little bit further. Well, we're almost there. How about I'll let this machine frame finish, and then I'll switch over to making golden chipsets. I would feel bad if I took all the hard work that went into that machine frame and just switched it over to making something else. Oopsies. I accidentally took the emerald chipsets out briefly, so that means this recipe was no longer valid, so I went and made the golden chipsets anyways. Sorry, not sorry. I caught myself pretty quickly, so we were only set back a little bit. But I did get my golden chipsets, so you know what? All's well that ends well. I didn't realize that the recipe here makes 8 per, so I kind of accidentally made 8 stacks of basic logistics pipes. Oh well, I guess I'll have enough basic logistics pipes for a very long time. Take a really quick detour here and make some satchels. My inventory is always a mess, and there's a bunch of things I'd like to have easy access to, but I don't always need, immediate on-hand access, such as like ladders and pipes. So if I make a couple satchels, well, probably just a satchel, upgrade it a couple tiers. Let's see, that needs more reinforced or hardened glass, which I just made. Right, reinforced satchel, and lastly I need electrum. I'm sure I have somewhere, and I really need to get organized. Can't wait until I build that request table. Anyways, some electrum and some Ethereum for the big satchel. In this version of Minecraft, satchels don't have holding upgrades yet, so they're just big right off the bat. At least I believe that's how that works. No, it's not that big. Maybe holding is an upgrade in this version. You know what? Let's find out. Let's make the enchanting table. It looks like satchels are enchantable. I don't get to know what enchant I get before I click it, so I'm gonna make some of the bookshelves, I guess, and see what we get. I don't remember if you need 30 bookshelves in this version or not. There was a point in Minecraft you needed 30. I don't know when that changed. Only had enough sugarcane for 10 bookshelves, so I guess we'll see how far that gets us. Alright. And get this level 20. Okay, so if I can... I need more lights. If I can scrounge up 5 more, I think we get there. And I have plenty of EXP here. Oh, wow, our items jammed. Gunpowder. Oh, I don't have void upgrades here. Okay, I'll fix that. But yeah, if I can scrounge up some more sugarcane, I guess I'll just oatmeal my sugarcane seeds a little bit. 5 more bookshelves should get us all the way to level 30 enchants. 5. And can't enchant torches. There we go. Alright, now just to get 30 levels. I hope there's 30 levels worth of EXP in that tank. Well, I dumped all the EXP out of here with an EXP shower, and it was 27 levels worth. So it's a little bit short. I guess I could maybe manually kill mobs for a little bit to get the last few levels. Between killing mobs and smelting items, I think level 30 is in reach. So much work to get EXP, and we're gonna use all of it. I think what's actually happening is that the punchy sticks don't actually cause mobs to drop EXP. All the XP that was in that tank was probably from when I was killing mobs manually. Alright, anyways, satchel is empty, so I don't have to worry about losing items. Don't even need lapis to enchant. Okay, it does have holding. So I guess holding is an enchant. There we go, that's huge. Alright, so now I have a huge satchel to store items in for stuff that, you know, I use relatively often, like pipes. And I suspect resonant frame is done. We're 1/3 of the way through another. I moved our logistics power junction here. Unfortunately, that does cause it to lose all its energy and have to refill again. So I guess I avoided 4 million RF. Oh well. Now the soldering station here is this probably goes in this slot. Nope, it goes in this slot. The soldering station is like the awkward crafting mechanic that logistics pipes has to have in this version of Minecraft. Logistics pipes wouldn't be logistics pipes without its own awkward crafting mechanic, right? I need a request mark 2. So let's see, that should do it. Nope, this way. There we go. Alright, and go. Aha, I don't know what goes in that slot. Anyways, that's a logistics request table. So this functions, I mean, if you've watched my interactions playthrough, this basically has not changed. Now I just need somewhere to actually store items. So for now, I'll probably store most of my items just in diamond chests. So let me make a handful of diamond chests and we'll set that up as item storage. Alright, here we go. 8 diamond chests. That'll hold everything I have for now, in addition to the drawers. We also need to make chassis pipes. So in this version, chassis pipes are so much less annoying to craft. It's like if I want a Mark II chassis, which holds 2 modules, I can just craft one. I don't have to make a Mark I, and I don't need the stupid programmer. In fact, I believe I can directly craft up to Mark IVs. If I want Mark Vs, I do have to upgrade Mark IVs. So, I'll just use this recipe. Nope, I don't have gold. You can either use chipsets or just more ingots. Because my chipset maker is so busy right now, I'm just going to use more ingots. But, let's see, what was it? Like 5 stacks, or 5 iron and 3 gold. So I'll make a full stack of Mark IV chassis, and those have 4 slots, so these will probably do the trick in basically everything except for auto crafting. Alright. So now I also need modules, don't I? The 2 I need are item sync and provider. Supplier. So item sync module. This needs, so we need more paper and cactus. Are any of these other ones make them pretty easily? Let's see. Money, no, it doesn't look like it. Industry. Alright, is there a trick to getting cactus? Nope, we just need cactus seeds. I'm gonna see if, oh, here we go. We can turn X9 cactus seeds into agricraft one. Okay. Anyways, the other module we need though is the supplier module. No, they are provider. I definitely got the word provider and supplier mixed up. This is quite simple. All right, so let me go get some cactus growing really quick. The beauty of agricraft cactus over vanilla cactus, what? Oh, I have to convert it to agricraft seeds, is that agricraft cactus can be bone mealed, whereas vanilla cactus cannot. The way this is set up is that each pipe each logistics chassis is connected to a basic pipe. In fact, I guess they could all connect to one basic pipe, right? That'll simplify things a little bit here. There we go. And this one has to be a chassis. And then in each chassis, it should be one provider and one item sync module. So I'll click these in. You can also, I think if you click it with the wrench, you can open the UI. I'll need to do that in just a second anyway. Whoopsies. So if I grab my, not the bucket, if I grab my wrench, right click it, open the UI, I want to configure the item sync modules here as default routes. Basically, that's saying that these are the lowest priority places to put items. Of course, right now they're the only priority place to put items, so turns out that's where items will go. Now, any items I put into these chests, I can see from this table. I can request them either one at a time, sort of pop off. It puts a text here and so give you a pop up. You know, however many at a time I'd like. To put items away, I set this thing up here. So just a chest connected to a chassis, and in the chassis I put a Mark III extractor. I don't need to configure that. And then any items I put into here is getting extracted and placed into chests. So, just put all this stuff away that I don't need on me anymore. Yeah, that'll do. The rest of this stuff I do want to keep on me because I'm going to use it elsewhere. But, yeah, all these items are here. So now all I have to do, can I make this not autofocus, not automatically grab my cursor when I open it? Probably not. All right, now all I have to do is take all those inventories and put them here to be extracted. To make that easier, I might make a dolly. I recall a dolly takes some steps in this pack. Yeah, we have to make reinforced metal, but that's just like a bunch of diamonds and obsidian? Sure. The dolly just picks up item entities and allows you to move them. I guess it gives you slowness and mining fatigue while you hold it, but I can just move it here and have the items automatically get extracted from it. Aha! And the Mark III extractor, as you just saw there, is extremely fast. Much faster than the extractor modules available in the 112 version of Logistics Pipe. That's so much better. Alright, anyways, I'm going to empty all these chests into our logistics system now. At last, we have a completely unified inventory, where if I want to craft something, I don't know, say I want to craft another carpenter, right? I can just have a lack of bronze. Yeah, I legitimately don't have bronze ingots. Whoops. I was going to say I can just have the system automatically pull out the resources I need for me, but I guess that only works if I actually have the resources I need in the logistics pipe system and not in other random chests scattered throughout the base. All right, let's try that again. So, if I want another carpenter, hit the most likely button, let it pick what I have, hit the tilde to get one, make a casing, do the same thing here, and makes a carpenter. So now I can craft without having to look through, 75,000 different inventories. That's pretty great. Now let's put our machine frame here to use. So, craft. Oh, this is the fill button. This is the craft button. And I think I should be able to make an ender tank. Should almost be able to make an ender tank. And I need some of that crushed obsidian, which is probably all sitting on our laser table. I keep setting this back to go craft other things. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I need, chipsets all of a sudden. So let me just cancel this and make chipsets for a bit. Eventually, I'll let that finish. Well, I mean, I don't need the second frame yet. I do have plans for the second frame, but I don't need it quite this moment. All right, anyways, now I should be able to make, well, let's make 3 more cauldrons. And then make 2 of these. 1, 2 ender tanks, perfect. Get some lapis. I'm going to do triple blue color for water. I imagine you can guess why. It's because water's blue. You didn't figure that one out. And then I'll use this to transport water to that carpenter we set up earlier that's probably not crafting because it doesn't have water right now. So right here is our water pump. Put this here. This pump actually pumps quite quickly. Yeah, very quickly. So it fills with water. If it turns out we need water faster than this, then I can just speed upgrades in that pump. Anyways, set this here. Right click that to auto output mode, and would you look at that? Water automatically flows into our carpenter. Huzzah! Automation. I love it. And on that note, let's wrap things up for the day here. I have something super cool that we can only do with this version of Logistics Pipes that I have in mind, and that'll be for tomorrow, though. So I'm going to leave that little teaser here. You can try to guess what it is. Here's a hint. It involves laser beams. Alright, in any event, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.